Good day, you're watching Leadership TV News. I am Cynthia Onuado. Here are the headlines. Rivers Administrator attends NEC meeting in Abuja. Hajj pilgrims to get travel cash after VP's intervention. A federal government to seize properties of retirees defaulting on housing loans. And on sports, United set to trigger Osimhen release clause. Now we take the news in detail. 9 weeks after its last sitting, the National Economic Council (NEC) reconvened on Thursday with the sole administrator of Rivers State, Ibok Etebas, among key attendees at the meeting, chaired by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the council chambers of the presidential villa in Abuja. The NEC, which last met on February 20, is Nigeria's top advisory body on economic policy, comprising the vice president, all 36 state governors, and key federal ministers. The February meeting had focused on the launch of the Nutrition 774 initiative aimed at tackling malnutrition nationwide. Thursday's session is expected to be dominated by discussions on rising insecurity across the country and the growing calls for the establishment of state police, a topic that was conspicuously absent during the last meeting. The presence of the River State Sole Administration is conspicuous coming in the wake of political tensions and legal uncertainties surrounding the politics of the oil-rich Niger Delta region. And moving on now, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has approved cash-based basic travel allowance, BTA, for Nigerian pilgrims participating in the 2025 Hajj, following a personal intervention by the Vice President, Kashim Shettima. According to a statement by the spokesman of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, the decision marks a significant reversal of an earlier CBN directive mandating the use of debit cards for all Hajj-related transactions, a policy that has sparked concern among intending pilgrims and Hajj operators due to infrastructure and literacy limitations. Speaking with journalists after a meeting with the Vice President, NACON's Commissioner for Policy and Policy Management and Finance, Ali Abdulrazak, confirmed that the CBN has granted Nigerian pilgrims the opportunity of cash transfers for this year's Hajj. The CBN had earlier in the year introduced a new payment method for BTA for Nigerians embarking on the 2025 Hajj exercise. Under the revised system, each pilgrim will be issued an ATM card for withdrawals and transactions during the pilgrimage in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The initiative made it mandatory for all intending pilgrims to open a BTA-linked bank account. And now in other news stories, the federal government Staff Housing Loan Board has disclosed that he has begun compiling the list of retired civil servants who have not fully repaid the housing loans they obtained. The head of information and public relations at the FGSHLB, Ngozi Obiechina, disclosed this in a statement on Thursday in Abuja while quoting the executive secretary of the board, Salamatu Ahmed, saying that the move was aimed at recovering mortgaged properties from retirees who failed to meet their loan obligations. Ahmed noted that the decision followed a recent memo issued by the Permanent Secretary, Career Management Office of the Head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Patience Oyekunle. She said the memo reminded public servants of the mandatory requirement to obtain a certificate of non-indebtedness to the Commission and the MDA Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Society as a precondition for retirement, adding that the board will take necessary legal steps to repossess properties where applicable in line with the terms of the loan agreement. And now the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has criticized the Minister of Power, Adelabu, over his recent claim that 150 million Nigerians now enjoy adequate electricity supply through the current output of 5,500 megawatts. NLC President Comrade Joe Ajero, in a statement on Wednesday, described the statement as a bad joke and an insult to Nigerians who continue to suffer from chronic power shortages. Leadership TV recalls that the minister had, during the 2025 ministerial sectoral briefing, stated that approximately 150 million Nigerians now have access to adequate electricity. Responding to the claim, Ajero pointed out that Nigeria's current output is woefully inadequate when compared to global standards, which recommend at least 1,000 megawatts per 1 million people. Ajero also condemned the recent electricity tariff hike under the band A, B, and C structure, calling them a sophisticated scheme to legalize exploitation. He maintained that Nigerians deserve more respect, stressing if you generate, transmit, and distribute more power, we will see it in our homes and factories, not on the pages of newspapers and on television. The Labour leader assured that the union will not fold its arms while Nigerians are exploited by those he described as economic fat cats. And finally, now to sports news. Manchester United are ready to trigger Victor Osimhen's €75 million release clause after reportedly reaching an agreement in principle with the Nigerian striker over a potential summer transfer. Punch Online quotes Tuttosport as saying the Red Devils have already agreed basic salary terms with Osimhen's representatives and are prepared to meet the release clause in his Napoli contract as manager Ruben Amorim looks to strengthen his attacking options. The 26-year-old Nigerian international had been in stunning form during his loan spell at Turkish giants Galatasaray this season, scoring a remarkable 30 goals and providing 7 assists in just 35 appearances across all competitions. Osimhen was heavily linked with a move to the Premier League last season with both United and Chelsea among his suitors, but he ultimately joined Galatasaray on a season-long loan after his relationship with Napoli deteriorated and no club met the Italian side's asking price. But that's all the news we have for you here on Leadership TV. For more of our news stories, you can log on to our website www.leadership.ng. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.